Dreamstate is back in San Francisco, coming Friday, July 25th at the Midway. Jesus. Duck. So in this video, we're not going to talk too much about the artists so much, although I'd like to give a shout out to our boys Angel and Artemis for securing the set, but more about the venue, the Midway, and some questions that you may have. You know, some of you folks may have never been to the Midway or even San Francisco for that fact. So we're going to answer questions about parking, rideshare, public transportation, VIP, ADA, and I'll talk a little bit about hotel stays in the area, especially for those of you who've never been to San Francisco. Welcome to my new channel, NorCal EDM News. So I just created this channel, uploaded it. It's a channel dedicated to EDM events in Northern California where I'll help promote events, talk with local promoters and venues, and eventually do some recap videos, so as well as, you know, maybe behind the scenes videos. So I appreciate you stopping by. And I wish I would have done this video sooner, but I just created this channel, so we're kind of in a time crunch here. So we're going to be real succinct in this video about Dreamstate at the Midway. At the end of the video, I'll give you my take on the Midway and give you a critical tip to avoid a possible parking scam. Okay, on hotels, if you go to Google Maps and you type in the Midway, here's the Midway. Go up to the top here, click hotels, and there you go. All these hotels are right here. Now, the Midway is considered the dog patch, so as you can see, there's not really any hotels in this industrial area. But you can go up here and go to guest rating. If you click on, 3-star, then it minimizes it to 3-star hotels, brands, Hyatt, Sonesta, Wyndham. You can click on neighborhoods, and the dog patch, so it's not even an option because there's no hotels in the dog patch. By amenities, what's important to you: free parking, pool, indoor, spa, room service, all that kind of stuff. In hotel class, you want 2-star, 3-star, 4-star. So if you're looking for your budget friendly, probably your 2 or 3-star, right? So back to Midway, and to keep things simple, if you want a hotel room for about anywhere from $250 to $300, our default hotel that we go to, we travel to the city quite often, is the Intercontinental on Howard and 5th. It's a great stay, and I've got a video here that talks about it if you want to get more in depth. But one thing good about the Intercontinental is that, it's a little bit outside of downtown, the financial district, and it's the closest, really nicest hotel, well, it is nice, to the Midway right here. So if you're ride sharing, it's not going to cost you as much. The pink area is a Tenderloin. It's not that bad, as people say. There's a few hotels in there. But for instance, if you want to go to, people say Fisherman's Wharf, and here's Fisherman's Wharf in Brown. Yeah, it's nice, it's touristy. There's a lot of things to do, but if you're going to drive, it's going to take you 20, 25 minutes, and rideshare is going to cost you a lot. As well as, the Embarcadero, seen here in orange. Again, we like high-rise hotels, preferably, so you can scan the cityscape. That's why we like the Intercontinental. A lot of unobstructed views, but that's just a couple of notes on the hotels in San Francisco. So if you want some more helpful information on hotels in San Francisco, go to our other channel. We'll leave a link down below. Sippy Cup Adventures in Northern California. It's a niche travel channel. But just go to playlists and you'll see best places to eat, sleep, and dine in San Francisco. And we've got all kinds of content on hotels in San Francisco. Link will be down in the description. Now let's talk about parking. Maybe some of you are going to drive there. And full disclosure, whenever we go to events in San Francisco and whenever we go to the Midway, I will always drive. I've always felt comfortable driving. My car's never been broken in. Of course, we leave nothing in the car. And I highly suggest, if you're going to drive, don't leave anything in the car, anywhere in San Francisco. But it also if you get there early, now this event, Dreamstate, starts at 9 o'clock. So if you get there between 8 and 9, just get there a little bit early, and you should be able to find a parking spot. So let's dive into parking. But here's the Midway right here. I got my big old cursor here. So it's right here. All right, let's try this again. Let's put the little yellow man down here. So here's Midway right here. Now this is not a street party or street block party that Midway is known for. It's going to be inside. More on that later. So I'm not sure if there's going to be parking along here, but these parking spots along Marin Street may be available, and there's no charge on these. There's no parking fee anyways. So also you can park along Illinois Street right here. Again, there's no fee for that. You can park along Cesar Chavez on this side down here, and you do not want to park in front of any of these industrial businesses, but you can park on this side of the street. And last time we were there, this building was new. Parking used to be perpendicular, now it's parallel. But you can see there's some spots along here. And then this sign says basically it's passenger loading between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. daily, so you should be fine. Again, don't park in front of the businesses. But you can park along the street. We've done that. We've parked right here before. And this sign says no parking between 12 a.m. and 5 a.m. Tuesday through Thursday, as they do street cleaning. So that's all that says. One question I do have for the Midway is that there's this parking area here. It has a parking icon, right? So you would think, oh, you could park there. I don't know. I've never had to park in there. But what this does say, these signs right here, says permit parking only. So it may be in the evening. So you can park at the Midway. Again, leave nothing in your car and you should be fine. Okay, where's the entrance at the Midway? Whoa. Freaking aliens. Okay, let's do a rapid fire Q&A. Thank you, Eric. Dreamstate's going to be indoors in the biggest room inside the Midway, the ride room. So for that reason, and being that it's not going to be a block party, let's talk about rideshare pickups and drop-offs. So here's the Midway right here, and this is Marin Street and this is Michigan. It doesn't say Michigan, but so in the past we've just walked out here, and this is where, I don't know if it's the designated area, but if you put in rideshare for Lyft or Uber, this is where they will drop you off and pick you up. And again, this is possible because it's not going to be a block party, but typically this block is blocked off. So there's your rideshare. Is there public transportation? In all honesty, we don't take public transportation in San Francisco. I'm not even going to pretend to know anything about it. But if you go to the Midway's website and you click on Connect, there's a FAQ page. So they talk about it right here. Let's see, public transportation. Yes, the T-Muni Metro line stops at 3rd and Marin Street, which is 2 blocks from the venue. So anyways, go to the FAQ page and there you go. Information on public transportation. Is VIP worth it? Well, we had VIP for Above and Beyond last year at the Pride event at Midway. This event was an outdoor block party and the VIP was elevated a bit, but it was just as crowded up there as it was down below. It really wasn't worth the upgrade. And then there's even an elevated VIP area when there are block parties outside with limited viewing opportunities. But being that Dreamstate is indoors, VIP is worth it. Across the hall from the ride stage is a VIP room where you can sit, and it has dedicated bathrooms and bar. So yes, it is worth it. The Midway does accept cash or credit, and there are multiple ATMs on site. Coat check is available at most events and is cash only. You can check your coats, merchandise, and bags. And what you can and cannot bring in, well, this list is pretty limited on Midway's website, and we are rule followers, so we're not trying to sneak anything in, so sorry if I can't provide more details that you may seek, wink wink. No weapons, obviously, no flow props, and no outside food or beverage. Vaping outside is okay, and all the bags will be checked. We brought our big black backpack. It wasn't a clear backpack, and the last time we went, and there was no issues. Now the Midway does serve food, and it's really good. Let me see if I can get you a menu here. They do sell aluminum water bottles, and they do have refill stations, so that's helpful. And Midway is ADA accessible, but they do not provide ASL interpreters, but they ask that you reach out to them on the contact page if you have further questions. Now, there is another event happening the same night as Dreamstate. I still don't understand this concept. I mean, having two events at the same night, I mean, I get it. You want to maximize the venue, but yeah, ticket prices are different. So yeah, I'll just leave it at that. But the good news with two events going on is all the bathrooms will be open. Often when it's just one big event, the lines in the bathrooms can be a little bit challenging. The Midway is my favorite music venue in San Francisco. The venue is generally considered safe, and it's in a quiet area of the city, and most people surrounding the venue are folks attending the event anyway. Again, if you're driving, just don't leave anything in your car, even a car charger. I'd feel safer if you arrive early and get a parking spot close to the Midway. And here's that big tip. If anyone charges you for parking, it's a scam. It's been known to happen. There are people, apparently, who pretend to own a lot nearby and charge for parking. Just go elsewhere. You know, inside the Midway, there are 3 main rooms and an outdoor patio, so there's plenty of places to sit and rest, which is critical for me. That's why I really like the venue. It's expansive. The sound system is considered by most as being robust, so earplugs are suggested. So I hope you found this video helpful about the Midway and enjoy Dreamstate or anytime you might be attending Midway. Thanks for watching NorCal EDM News. See you next time.